What's up, guys? Welcome to an overview or part 0 of a tutorial series that I plan on doing in Unreal Engine. It's basically just Tetris, 100% made in Blueprint. There isn't a single line of code. There aren't any videos out there on YouTube that I've seen, so I thought it'd be I could go ahead and figure out how to make it, and it took me about a little over 2 weeks, and it wasn't that it took me 2 weeks to make it. It's just that there was a bug with clearing the rows. It kept coming up. I had to do it like 3 different ways. It still didn't work, and then finally I figured it out. Just basically just a silly mistake I was making, but I am very happy that I figured it out. I'm happy that I got Tetris to work out. It wasn't really that hard. It was a lot of fun to make. Like I said, it took me a little bit of time, but it took me 2 weeks. But it's not like I was working on it 24/7. It was just every day I put like an hour or two into it. And so anyway, this is just an overview. I'm going to go over how I set it up and everything, and then I'll make a tutorial series next on making it from scratch, step by step, all that stuff. It is it is a little bit more advanced, so if you're new to Blueprint, you're probably going to get lost. And if you do plan on making this yourself, making it and following along, I do recommend you watch like the whole series. I'm gonna have a playlist of it, but watch all that and then start back from the beginning and then do it step by step. That's how I recommend doing it. Anyway, so how it works. It's basically all it is just an array of booleans for each row. So row 19, row 19, 18 is just an array of 10 booleans. It just checks to see if there's a block there, and if there's not, then it lets the piece slide down. If there is, if the boolean is true, then it just places the block right above it. So let me go ahead and show you it now. Really quickly, I'm gonna force it to spawn this block, so I can just show you. I also set this up, so you can, if you rotate it at the end, it just pushes it over, and everything still works. Nothing goes wrong. You can even do that on the floor as well. So you can do that. Let me go ahead and exit this really quickly. So yeah, I can show that wasn't that hard to do. That was pretty easy. So yeah, let me just go over it. How it works is basically, I have this, it's an actor. I tried to do a target point, but for whatever reason, it doesn't work. If I do a get world location, it always returns 000. I don't know why, but anyway, all this is a little macro. It just gets the spawn point, because each block is just an actor, and then spawns it, and then I have this in the. I decided to do everything in the game controller. There is actually one thing that isn't, and that was because for some reason, I couldn't get it to work in the game controller, so I had to put it in this actor, and all it is it just checks the row for 0 through 19. It goes through the whole row. I have these break loops, instead of wrapping a background and all that stuff. So yeah, this is pretty simple. This is basically, I'm not sure if I just mentioned it earlier or not. I probably did, because I had to redo this recording. So, but anyway, I had a bug with this that it took me forever to figure out. I was trying to do basically how it clears the rows. It just goes through each row, the booleans, and just checks to see if a slot is not free. So it's false. If it is free, then it cancels. It goes on to the next row, and until it reaches the row 19. But anyway, for whatever reason, I tried to do this whole thing on one loop, but it would not work. So I had to break it up into two different pieces of it. Yeah, but you might not understand this or get it, but just hold on until I do the tutorial. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, it just gets a location and spawns the actor. Here's the widget, and then what this is it just the next block to spawn, and then it just sets it to a variable, and that's about it, I should say. Then it spawns the block, gets a reference to it. Here's the point. This is the point system. I'm not really going to go over it, but it's basically for when you want to add points. So I won't really go over that. Now here's the timer. The timer works is, I only have it set to 1 second. I haven't adjusted this speed or anything like that. Or when I say adjust the speed, I mean there is no challenge to it. It always is at 1. I haven't had any way of speeding up. I haven't really cared to. I don't, that wasn't really the goal to make a full game, just to make a Tetris prototype, I guess you could say. And this goes to the widget, and it tells it the next block. So if you look, hold on, I don't think that's showing up on the recording, but if you see here the next, so if I bring the block down, it goes to the next, then that's the block that's going to spawn next. So if I spawn that one next, yeah, see? So we have that. And this is just getting the sprite for the animation when you place it. Because if you look, there is an animation, like a little, see, it turns white for a few frames and then it goes back. So yeah, that's basically what that is. What happened? That was weird. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, and then basically the block that we're spawning reports back to the game controller and tells it that it's been placed. So it, the game controller, plays that animation, and then when the animation is finished, this reset is for when you hold a piece, which I will go over that later. So check full row. This jumps back to the manager, and like I was saying earlier, it goes through every row to check and see if any of the rows are full, and if it does, it removes that row, and then it takes everything else above it, all the blocks and everything, all the values, and it brings them down 1. And that's basically it. That's all that really happens. Oh, and the game over, which there's an animation for it. I'm gonna show you that later. But anyway, so holding the piece, I set it up. It's pretty simple. All it does is it checks to see if the class is empty, and if it is, it just it adds it so that way when you press it again, it'll spawn this class, which is, if I break this and show you, it's just all the pieces. So all the actor classes of each piece and everything. So then it reports, this is reporting to the widget that we can basically just ignore. This is used. I never even actually used that. It was just there. So just ignore that. But anyway, it tells the widget that you're holding a piece and it updates. So if I show you, and I don't think that's showing in the, I don't think that's showing. But anyway, so if I press triangle, hold on, so I press triangle, we're spawning this block, right? So I press triangle and it holds it, and then it spawns another one. Then if I press it, well, I can't press it again, but if I press it again and see it switches. So I set it up so that way, basically what this do once is, and this reset I was speaking of earlier, it's that way you can't continuously swap it while it's, falling, because then, you could cheat. So I set that up, and basically it resets it after the animation, after it's been placed, basically. So that's how that works. So yeah, and then if there's already a block, class in the held block variable, then all it does is it just switches them and then spawns it. Or actually, no, it destroys it. And then when you press it, there's the add block. That's what spawns the block and everything. And the class is set right here. So that way the next spawn, well, I can't. It's here somewhere. But anyway. And then the animation is basically that little, actually, I haven't even showed you. Let me clear a row really quickly. Hopefully there are no bugs. I'm gonna hold that piece like I usually do when I play Tetris. So place that, and then I will use that piece, and you can see, the animation is a little hard to see there. Basically because, like I said, there was a glitch. There was a little bit of a glitch that that I had to redo several times because I couldn't figure out why, and then I ended up just, completely overhauling it and did it a completely different way, and then that seems to have fixed it. So, but anyway, the animation I'd set up pretty early on, so how it works right now, it wouldn't really work out. I'm not gonna go over it too much, but yeah, all it is just it just scales it down, from 1 to 0, and you get that little animation. It's a little hard to see. I could probably slow it down, but I won't do that. But anyway, when it's completed, it just destroys all those components that, that row that we cleared, it just destroys it, and that's that. So yeah, I think that's about everything there is really quickly. I want to show you another little feature that I put in. Now I'm going to force it to spawn these eye blocks. I believe they're called eye blocks. Just so that way I can show you. I'm hitting the wrong key. So I can show you this little animation. Hopefully it does. I keep hitting the wrong key. So let me quickly show you. I am cheating, but I don't think it counts as cheating if you made the game, right? So if I can hit the right key, I keep doing that. And yeah, when I spawn another block, the next changes. I didn't actually fix that, and I don't really plan to. So, but anyway, so if you get you get this little Tetris animation. There's actually 3 animations, and it's completely random. But I'm only going to show you how to do one of them. So we'll go ahead and exit that, and I will show you the where the HUD is. So if you go in here, this is basically the HUD. You know, you have the whole, and then the next piece, and then this level. I didn't actually implement it. It doesn't do anything, and I don't plan on doing that. I just had that there just in case. But anyway, you have the Tetris. There are 3 animations right here. You know, I played them. They're kind of slow, but I usually speed them up whenever whenever they're in game. I usually set it to 5. The play speed to 5 usually, or 4. 4.0. I thought I put that to 5, but I guess not. Anyway, so how the score works is there's a combo, like a combo. So actually, I should probably show you that really quickly. So I'll set this up. Keep hitting the wrong key again. Let me full screen that. So really quickly, I am not even sure what I'm doing right now. No clue what I'm doing. Let me restart. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, so there's like a combo system that actually increases your score. Let me restart. Jeez, I do not know what I'm doing. So I'll set this up so that way I can easily make a combo. Well, I keep saying combo like the fighting game or something, but anyway. So you get a row, and then if you see the combo meter, it goes up by 1, and then if I got another row, it would show up as a combo, or it'd go up to 2. I guess I can't really demonstrate it because it's not really giving me the right pieces. But when we go into the tutorial, you'll see. Let me see. Maybe I can. Okay, yeah. Here we go. So see, it goes to 1, and then if you get another one, it goes up to 2, and then it'll keep going, and then that also increases your score. So, or it multiplies. It's, you know, there's some multiplication here somewhere that I did it somewhere. But anyway, that's pretty much it. The last thing I want to show you is just basically where I think I went a little overboard with this. This is the very last thing. You can get more than one Tetrises, however you say it, I don't know. Let me quickly show you, and yes, I'm going to cheat once again. Really quickly. Hopefully this isn't too long. Whoops, it gave me the right piece. And you can also watch the combo, yeah, the combo thing, the combo system. I don't really know what you call it exactly, but okay. So here we go. So if I, you know, do once, it gives me this Tetris, and then if I do it again, I get double Tetris, and it goes up to quadruple Tetris. I'm not gonna Tetris. I'm not gonna show it, but you get the idea. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's not really that great of overview, I guess, but it gives you an idea. So, okay, there was one last thing I forgot to show you guys. Silly mistake. I don't know how I forgot, but anyway, it's just a game over. I'm just going to show it really simply. So I will purposely get a game over. I do not suck this bad at Tetris. I mean, I'm bad at Tetris, but I'm not this bad. So you have this little game over animation, and then it says game over, and then the text falls over. Just something kind of silly. And that's basically it. Yeah, I forgot to I forgot to include that. I will see you. Well, this is pretty much it for the video. So I will go ahead, see you in the next video. Hope you like it. If you want to see the series, the tutorial series, go ahead and either subscribe or just keep watching out. I hate to tell people just to subscribe to my channel, but if you want to see the series, just go ahead and hang around. I'm not sure when exactly I'm going to be able to start it, but it shouldn't be too long. So thank you for watching.